The Skywatcher UFO program is a private initiative led by Jake Barber, a UAP whistleblower aimed at summoning, tracking, and potentially recovering unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, using a blend of advanced technology and unconventional methods. The program employs psionic operators, individuals purportedly capable of using psychic abilities to interface with and attract UAP, alongside a structured team with ties to intelligence and scientific expertise. In 2024, Skywatcher reportedly conducted an operation where a craft was summoned and filmed, allegedly engaging in a mid-air encounter with another UAP. The initiative has drawn attention for its ambitious goals, including peaceful communication with non-human entities, and claims backing from Silicon Valley investors interested in reverse engineering retrieved technology. Despite its high-profile approach and collaboration with figures like scientist Gary Nolan, it has sparked debate over its methods and evidence quality within the UFO research community.
Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the goddamn internet. So today we're gonna be talking about Danny Sheehan and the whole Skywatcher as a whole. So I'm really excited about Skywatcher because it's like Skinwalker Ranch on crack. If you saw that car with the thing on top that looks so weird, that is their whistleblower, the fuck. Their UAP dog whistle, so it's really high tech, really hard stuff, and they've been filming forever, so it's just bound to be releasing some new episode or footage. Like they've identified so many of them. They're studying the behavior of these crafts and how they interact together, how they are called, how they appear, from where they come, like what is this whole thing about. And I'm really excited to see what's coming out of this. But Danny Sheehan has been sending shots, guys, so we're going to be checking all of this out, and we upload every day, daily uploads. Subscribe, notifications on, like, comment, sharing helps so much, guys. All this helps. Please interact with this video in every way you can. Yes, so just subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow as well. So there's always that. So without further ado, get your snacks, get your popcorn. Today's gonna be a good one. Watch till the end. The absolute best parts of it. Today's a good one, okay?
Another question I don't see that, but do you feel, or do you feel the Skywatcher program is behaving ethically regarding the method they use? Another interview, you mentioned something to the effect that they were doing what they're doing, and didn't seem like high consciousness activity to.
Yeah, I'm quite concerned about this. To the extent to which I believe that the Skywatcher people are engaged in artificially luring in some of the UFOs, that they've developed some kind of a technology that masks as a telepathic solicitation.
And guys, if you think about it, right, it is a really strange concept. Like, you use this device and you fucking get a higher consciousness, or NHI, or whatever the fuck UAP are, and you make it forcefully show up. Like, that's some weird psychology, right? Whether it's tricking, or I don't even know how this would work. We don't know the inner workings. That is the problem. But ethically, this is questionable just because we don't know how it works and why they show up when it is done. So we got to understand that this is like a summoning that is forced, it's like a rape summon. Like, they don't want to be there, but now they're forced to, like, appear or some shit. Like, how even does that work? It's really, really odd.
To come, like a regular person or a group of people can reach out telepathically and solicit the UFO to come so they can have a direct contact experience with them. And that the Skywatcher people are mimicking that they've developed something they call the dog whistle that imitates a telepathic solicitation, a good faith solicitation. And then I think they're engaged in the process of, as I understand.
You know what I wonder? Like, you know how Chris Bledsoe summons this shit with his intent, like this whole meditation kind of thing? What if this device encapsulates that mindset, that focus on what he's described it as feminine, curious, respectful energy, like mind space. What if this machine like portrays that and sends it like as a strong signal? I don't even know. Just a weird idea. Thought I'd mention it. Let me know what you think about that.
They're engaged in the process of trying to forcibly force down the UFO and take it into custody so that they can, again, get their hands on the technology. And very importantly, they're funded by private investors. And private investors are always trying to figure out how to take possession of something and get patents on it. And I think that is,
To be honest, that is really stupid unless you're well established, right? And really fucking wealthy. Because if you patent something and it triggers the systems of a few organizations or companies, it might be something they have shelved to profit more. And they will know, and they will kill you or buy your patent, and it will never see the light of day. That's the two options. So
totally unethical. And I don't think it's a legitimate undertaking. Now, if in fact the Skywatcher group is willing to have open source information about everything, to tell everybody what it is they found, but they cannot, they should not engage in duplicitous activity toward the UFOs by pretending to be a good faith group that's soliciting their good faith contacts so that they can have citizen diplomatic communications with them, and then, arrest them, basically, force down their craft and arrest them and take them into custody or anything like that. That we've got to be extremely careful at this early stage of our interaction with the UFO people, that this is going to affect our relationship with them for the next 10,000 years. So we can't allow people to be careless and reckless like this,
and that is especially if this is a alien NHI types ordeal. They'll take one. I hope it's not like this. If they're smart and shit, maybe not, and they know about us, but it would suck if they took all this as the entire planet's agenda and intent. And maybe they could mischew that because their species is like hive and they all feel the way one does. I don't even know. We don't know. But yeah, that would be worst case scenario if they thought that all this treatment was like everyone decided this, right? Which is impossible, and everyone is different individuals within a colony, right?
And deceiving them and using forcible means against them, kidnapping them, taking them into custody involuntarily and interrogating them. We've got to get that stopped right now, and that's what the New Paradigm Institute is for. Is the mobilization of the citizens ourselves to reach out and compel our Congress to act and to exercise its constitutional authority to take control over this and to have it subject to public scrutiny. Not to have it being done in secret, not to have it being done for military purposes or for intelligence gathering to try to establish superiority over other people on our planet. That's just unethical.
So just to add a little bit more context, right? Check this out. You've made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much. Let me know that you made it here. And yeah, I'm uploading tomorrow and every other day, so make sure to support. Patreon down below, Twitter, TikTok, check it out.
Just to follow up on the two methods, I'm curious to know how you determined that these two methods were worthy of experimenting with. Is there a history of military use of these methods? And are there any other methods that you are aware of that you haven't yet integrated into your field experiments?
Yeah, good question. So we got here because there is a history with it. So members of our team that we put together under Skywatcher, like my partner James Fowler, who's been making his way out there as of late, telling his story. He was featured in episode 2 of Skywatcher, and he's out there doing podcasts now. James is the engineer of our dog whistle system that was originally, it's where our name Skywatcher comes from. It's a Skywatcher system that he put together in his past life, if you will, and has been deploying the dog whistle system, which we did call Skywatcher, and has been conducting operations for a number of entities in the government and outside of the government for years now. It's been a system that's been developed, I would say, mostly over the last 6 years, and has proven itself to be unique in the form that nobody else seems to be able to mimic its results, let alone the method. And I do have to say, like, we do keep the dog whistle configuration and how we do it. You know, we keep that pretty close to our chest, and that's not because we're being unreasonably secretive. It's, you know, it's our secret sauce, and it's something we're very proud of, and a lot of time and energy has been invested in developing that system. And we aren't sure exactly how serious the implications are of running this equipment. So I think there's as much responsibility in keeping this private and trying to get as many government agencies involved who have the responsibility when it comes to national defense and also air domain awareness. And so we're trying to work with them to make sure that, because there's a potential, there's a Pandora's box here that could be opened. And if we aren't prepared to deal with that, that could pose a number of problems.
Even fucking Watch Mojo is uploading UAP videos now, guys. What the fuck?
So I found me a new thing. I'm